Wonder Woman issue 13, Greg Rucka writing and Renato Guedes on art.
Yes. Yep.
So this is the present day story, and it's notable it's not Liam Sharp doing this issue. I guess he needed one off or
Yeah.
whatever to.
It's much to my dismay because it's been my favorite art going forward.
He's been great. I will say this
Yeah.
though, I think as much as I don't think the art's as good as Liam Sharp's art, I think they did a good job of finding someone who is similar, so that
Yeah.
it didn't feel like a huge departure. Like, oh my god, this is so different now. You know, it felt like it was
Yeah.
still in tone, still in style. So I appreciate that. And
Hmm.
I've got another example of that later on actually this week. But no, so I appreciated that. So this is like right after she's realised, oh, I've never actually been to Themyscira since I left. It's been a lie the
Hmm.
whole time. And
And like,
she's went kind of crazy. She's like
yeah,
bananas.
her brain, which I didn't realize that happened. Like she short circuited, you know.
Yeah,
I didn't.
she can't comprehend what's going on. She turns into kind
Yeah.
of someone who needs help.
Yeah.
She becomes broken, and Steve. Which and my favorite part of this issue is that Steve turns into Rambo as he tries to protect her from this. You know, Veronica
Yeah.
Cale's like team that are coming in to like try and
Poison
fetch them.
Squad.
Poison Squad, yeah. So all throughout we get this narration from Steve, which turns out to be the letter that he leaves Diana at the end when he drops her off at a sort of mental health place in London.
Hmm.
And this is like him just explaining why he's done this. But throughout the whole issue, like, while we're reading this narration, he's got his shirt off. He's being John Rambo. He's taking out this team with little, he steals one of their guns, and it's like full on like a great action sort of. It's a great moment for him to shine. He gets to be the hero and save her because part of what he talks
Hmm.
about is like trying to be the man that is worthy of her,
Right.
and this is him like. Whatever way they've gotten here, this is him getting a chance to kind of prove that and be this action hero. And it's kind of funny because obviously in DC Universe we have all these superheroes and all these larger than life characters. And while this is still kind of larger than life, it's a lot more closer to reality than flying in the sky and whatever else,
Yeah.
or even putting on a cowl and cape.
Hmm.
So him doing all this was just it was a nice departure, but it also gave him some really cool moments where I'm like, you know what, Steve's kind of cool when he gets the opportunity.
Yeah. One of the things that I'm happy came out of Rebirth is the return of Lois and Clark
Hmm.
and their whole relationship because it dropped the Superman Wonder Woman, which I get why they try to do that to shake things up and make it different, but it kind of went nowhere and it really wasn't good for anybody.
I think different for different sake. When
Yeah.
what was there was working before. It's one thing if it gets stale and we have to shake things
Yeah.
up, but it was kind of like, no, we're going to do things differently because we want to do things differently, not
Yeah.
because what was there. So,
Yeah.
but no,
It
I really like
left
this.
it left Steve in like this no man's land because he didn't really have a purpose.
He was just like
Because
the government man who spoke to the Justice League. That's what he became in the New 52.
yeah, in here, not that he's just defined by his relationship with Wonder Woman, but they play off of each other really well.
Yeah, he feels like a full character. He feels like he has
Yeah.
wants and needs, and they
Yeah.
have these like great little moments. But then him like defending her and making sure he takes out this team, and it's this great moment at the end when his guys come in with a helicopter and Poison
Yeah.
realise they've lost and they have to like retreat, and Etta's like try to hide from the robot woman who's trying to kill
Uh-huh.
her, who's also working for Kale, and all this is going on. Wonder Woman's still great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that we've had like 4 or 5 like fantastic issues in a row, and this was a great
Yeah.
issue as opposed to one of the fantastic issues. But I still think it was very solid, and it really did give Steve a chance to, shine and give him his moments, these big action moments where he gets to be the
Yeah.
hero.
If we're gonna do these where we get like the Barbara Ann issue and the Steve issue, to give artists time to catch up, I'm fine with that because I trust Rucka enough as a writer to open it up. Where this
Yeah.
weirdly felt like an issue of Lazarus because you had
A little bit,
all
yeah.
the fighting.
And
You
even
know,
the leader of Poison, like she
looked
was like
like
a Lazarus. She felt like
she looked like Evie almost, So,
yeah.
but yeah, so if we're gonna do these, I think it'll make for a nice it's almost like a downshift of in the creative to where it's still good, but we can take a break from all this big huge stuff happening for these one-off issues of Steve being Rambo and Barbara Ann being Indiana Jones.
And it sets up this great next start, because the next issue, not the, well, the next issue is year one again.
Yeah.
But the issue after that, the next present day issue, is the start of The Truth, which is obviously a companion arc that follows on from the lies. So that should be great, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.